Hey, Ace, how have you been?
Good. How you doing?
Good. With having so many new guys on the team and, some freshman linebackers in there, what has been your approach to kind of, guiding them and help them, adjust to the team and adjust to the college level?
It's just been, as a process that everybody goes through, coming from high school to college football is a big jump. And then the only way that you really get better at it is just reps, just repetition, just over and over doing it again. And those guys are coming along real good. Ruben Cortez made a big jump from year one to year two. Fanaje is doing a great job. Everybody in that room is doing Chance had a great game last game. Everybody in the room doing everything they can. They're working hard, and we're just gonna keep stacking days.
What was your message to a lot of those young guys, either, on the sideline or later in the game on Saturday when it's, that tough of a loss?
Just like Coach Locke said, we don't look up at the scoreboard. It's just keep playing to your standard and the team standard. Everything we do, each play is put on film, and is always you always have to have that pride. You don't want to put any bad film or put lack of effort out there. So just play each and every play just as hard as you can. Just, we play the same. If we up 30, if we down 30, we're gonna play the same.
Thank you.
Go to Alex Dacey next.
Hey, Ace, thanks for taking a few minutes here.
Mhm.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about Northwestern's tempo. They
Mhm.
came out and ran very fast, and I know you guys hadn't had a chance to see that offense yet. So, how
Yeah.
did you guys did it catch you off guard a little bit at first, and then how did you guys adjust
Um,
during the game to that?
yeah, as a defensive player, tempo always catches you off guard. It's one of the things you have to train yourself to. You really got to lock in. You got to get the call, get lined up, and get your cleats in dirt and get ready to play fast. And you got to do that over and over again on a consistent basis. Our adjustments, we played our defense. The only really adjustment we had was everybody has to get their eyes to the sideline. Everybody has to get the call, communication. Communication was a big, we stress communication a lot. So when it's going tempo, it's going fast, you got to make sure everybody's on the same page. So we all playing together. And that's about it.
And moving into this week against Minnesota, they have a bit of an opposite approach. They like to slow things down a lot. So have you guys begun your prep for that and sort of contrasting that with, how Northwestern's ran their offense?
We're not really mixing the two game plans, two separate teams, two separate offices, two different personnel. So, but Minnesota, they got a great offense. They got a great scheme, good plan, and we're working day in, day out, watching film and stuff, and we're just gonna, what's the name? We're gonna put our best defense out there to stop it, and it's what we do, not what they do. So we just gotta play our game and just yeah, and just play our game, play good, hard-nosed football.
Thanks.
Go to Dave Preston.
Hey, thanks for being on this afternoon. Looking at the tape from Saturday, obviously a lot that you guys can improve upon, but what sort of things from last Saturday give you cause for confidence that you guys' defense is on the right track?
We just it's a big jump from last year. One thing we had way less MAs, loafs and all that. It's little things. Everything that we saw on tape is fixable. And that's what we're working on this week is fixing those things. There was nothing that we seen on tape that was just it wasn't fixable, that we can't fix it. So everything is fixable, and that's what we're working on, and we're gonna get those things fixed for Friday night.
And I know it's been a whirlwind 48 hours. 48 hours ago, you guys were in Evanston. But what have you seen? What have you heard about Minnesota? What kind of things did they do concern you guys on the defensive side of the ball?
Everything, like I said, they got a good offense, good scheme, good personnel. Then they're gonna do what they do, and it's our job to stop it. And we know that, and that's all it comes down to. We gotta put our best defense on the field, put our scheme together, put our plays against their plays, and at the end of the day, it just comes down to we gotta stop what they do.
Thank you.
We'll go to Emily.
Hi. With this being a Friday game, is it nice at all to kind of have such a quick turnaround that forces you to move on from a game that maybe wasn't how you wanted it to go?
Yeah, it's always we always give ourselves, one day, not even a whole day, like a half a day. We watch the film, we make the corrections, we talk about it, and we address everything, and then it's behind us. Then it's on to the next week. We can't go through the season or go into the next game still thinking about the game that we just played. Everything that happened in that game has happened and is over with.
Was there anybody on the defensive side particularly who seemed like they were stepping up yesterday, and just to make sure the young guys were kind of in the right frame of mind?
I can't even tell you just one person. Everybody on the defensive side is, everybody wants to move forward and be better than what we were. Everybody's working to improve in their own areas, their position groups, and just different things, assignment sound. But everybody came yesterday and is coming today with a good mindset of getting back to work and just getting better. That's what it all comes down to.
Go to Andy.
Hey, Ace. I know you said after watching the tape, everything is fixable, but what did stand out to you that allowed Northwestern to break off some of those long runs?
Just fixable things like effort, tackling, holding our leverage, just simple things like that. It sounds simple, but those things can really hurt you, as we saw on Saturday night. Just keeping our leverage, tackling, wrapping up tackling. I know myself, I miss a couple tackles that I got to work on. It's just from little league stuff that we got to work on, and it's definitely going to get fixable. It's definitely going to get fixed, and it is fixable, and that's what we're working to do. And yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Go to Eley.
How frustrating was it to walk away from Saturday's game and look back on it and realize that the defense didn't have any sacks or takeaways?
The loss is always loss to anybody in any circumstance is always frustrating. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew we didn't have any sacks and stuff, but it just goes in. We got to get better. We got to work on our pass rushes, getting home. Just a little. It's the little things. It's just getting home. We always talked about. Coach Locke talked to us. You never know what play is going to be the play. So that play, somebody took off, or somebody you didn't do what you were supposed to, or as to the best of your ability, could have been the play for the sack. So we just got to be always ready to seize our opportunities and make the most of them.
Do you feel like you may, as a defense, that you guys may need to blitz more to generate that kind of pressure that leads to sacks and turnovers?
I feel like our scheme is good. Our coaches put together a good scheme and stuff. We got to execute it, and that's all it comes down to. Everything the scheme's good. We just got to execute as players. Players make the plays. Plays don't make the players.
How do you contain a running back like Minnesota's Muhammad Ibrahim?
You got to tackle. Mo, I went to high school with Mo. That's one of my good friends, and you got to tackle. He's a hard runner, and he runs with good effort, good leverage, and you got to wrap up and tackle and bring your feet, and you got to gang tackle.
Last question. How did you feel about your individual performance on Saturday? I'm not sure if you started, but finish with 8 tackles, second on the team. How did you feel about your performance?
I feel as though I played okay. I mean, I'm more focused on getting the win. So I feel I played okay. So definitely a lot of things that I could have done better to help our team win and to help our defense be better. But that's all I can say. I feel I played okay.
Thank you.
Go to Chris Heidel.
Hey, thanks for taking my question today. Last year, you guys played against Minnesota. What is the difference between that Minnesota team and this Minnesota team? I know it's a brand new season, just like one game. But what did you see early in the film?
Those guys, even last year, when we watched them, those guys, they're a group that plays together, that plays hard and they execute at a high level. And to be the team that executes at a high level, you have to execute at a high level. So they have a great group and they got a great plan. And those guys play hard and they play together. So, and we just have to execute at a higher level.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ace.
Appreciate it.